Have you ever found yourself awake at 3 in the morning with your heart racing, thinking about 1,000 things at once? Stop watching this video and write down on your phone, when was the last time anxiety stopped you from doing something important? Because today, using an ancient principle from the greatest samurai in history, Miyamoto Musashi, I'm going to show you how 9 out of 10 people are dealing with anxiety incorrectly, and how you can change that today. And before I continue, I want you to do something simple. Take a deep breath and think about the 3 moments in your day when anxiety affects you the most. Write them down, because in a moment, I'm going to show you a technique that will completely transform those moments. Let me tell you something interesting. When Musashi began his journey as a samurai, he was known for being impetuous and anxious. In his first official duel, at the age of 13, his hands were shaking so much that he almost dropped his sword. Sound familiar? How many times have you felt your hands sweating before an important presentation or a decisive meeting? But here's the interesting thing. Musashi didn't become the most legendary samurai in history by trying to eliminate this nervousness. In fact, he discovered something much deeper. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Pause the video now and answer in the comments, what is your biggest source of anxiety right now? Do you know what the biggest mistake we make these days is? Trying to solve anxiety with more anxiety. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Let me give you a practical example. Maria, one of my students, was having anxiety attacks before going to sleep. She tried everything: forced meditation, natural remedies, intense exercise. But the more she tried to solve the problem, the more anxious she became about not being able to solve it. Does this remind you of anyone? How many times have you felt anxious about being anxious? This is where Musashi's revolutionary principle comes in. Emptiness. In his writings, especially in the Book of 5 Rings, he talks about how the mind needs to be like water, not resisting but flowing. Do this exercise with me right now. Close your eyes for 5 seconds and try not to think about a pink elephant. What happened? Exactly. The more you tried not to think, the more the pink elephant appeared in your mind. Anxiety works the same way. Now I'm going to teach you something practical that Musashi developed. He called it the 3 moments of clarity. Take those 3 moments of anxiety that you wrote down at the beginning of the video. For each of them, we will apply the following: observation without judgment, acceptance of the present, moment conscious action. Pause the video now and apply this to one of your moments. I'll wait. Let me show you how this works in practice. João, another student of mine, used this technique before an important presentation. Instead of desperately trying to calm himself down, he observed his anxiety as Musashi taught. The result: he says that for the first time, he was able to use the energy of anxiety to his advantage. As Musashi said, the true victory is the victory over oneself. Here's the most interesting part. Musashi discovered that anxiety could be an ally. Instead of trying to eliminate it, he learned to transform it into concentration. I'm going to teach you a practical exercise that you can do anywhere. I call it the 4-2-6 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, expire for 6 seconds. Do this now with me. If you've been practicing the exercises during this video, you should already be feeling a difference. This is just the first step of Musashi's wisdom for an unshakable mind. In the next video, I'm going to reveal his most controversial technique, one that completely changed my life and could change yours too. It's something he only revealed towards the end of his life, and few people know about it. Leave a comment about your experience with the void technique. Activate the bell and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. As Musashi said, controlling others is strength, controlling yourself is true power. And before I go, I have a question for you. If Musashi were alive today, how would he handle social media? The answer will surprise you in the next video. See you there.